spitting swine.
Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched, and munched, and munched. Give me, quoth I, avoid thee which the rump-fed Iranian cries. Her husband, to Aleppo's gone, master of the tiger, but in a sieve I'll sither sail, in like a rat without a tail. I'll do, and I'll do.
How give thee a wind?
Art kind,
And I another.
I myself have all the other. The very ports they blow, the very quarters that they know. Wearing 7 nights, 9 times 9 shall he dwindle, peak, and pine. And though his bark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest-tossed. Look what I have.
Show me, show me!
Here I have a pilot's thumb, wrapped as homeward he did come. Drum within, a drum, Macbeth doth come.
Hostess of the sea and land, thus to go about, thrice to thine and thrice to mine!
The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe-top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose or keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dullest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold!
Nay, answer me, stand and unfold yourself.
Long live the king!
Bernardo!
He.
You come most carefully upon your hour.
It is now struck 12. Get thee to bed, Francisco.
For this relief, much thanks, for 'tis bitter cold and I'm sick at heart.
Had you a quiet watch?
Not a mouse stirring.
Well, good night. If you do meet Marcellus and Horatio, will you tell them to make haste?
I think I hear them. Stand, ho! Who's there?
Friends to these grounds.
And leisure men to the day.
Give you good night.
Oh, farewell, honest soldier. Who hath relieved you?
Bernardo has my place. Give you good night.
Hola, Bernardo.
Say, what, is Horatio there?
A piece of him.
Welcome, Horatio. Welcome, good Marcellus.
What? Has this thing appeared again tonight?
I have seen nothing.
Horatio says 'tis but our fantasy. I have I've entreated him along, so he may watch this night with us. So if this thing comes again, he may approve all our eyes and speak to it.
Tush, tush. 'Twill not appear.
Sit down a while, and let us once again assail your ears that are so fortified against our story, what we have tonight seen.
Well then, sit we down and let us hear Bernardo speak of this.
Last night of all, Marcellus and myself, the bell been beating one.
Peace!
And cross the bed! In the same figure, like the king that's dead!
Thou art a scholar? Speak to it, Horatio!
Looks it not like the king? Mark it, Horatio!
Most like, it harrows me with fear and wonder.
It would be spoke to.
Question it, Horatio!
Speak! What art thou that usurpest this time of night, together with that fine and warlike form in which the very majesty of Denmark sometimes did march? By heaven I charge thee, speak!
It is offended!
See, it stalks away.
Stay, illusion! Speak, I charge thee, speak!
'Tis gone and will not answer.
How now, Horatio? You tremble and look pale. Was not this something more than fantasy? What think you on't?
Before my God, I might not disbelieve, without the sensible and true avouch of mine own eyes.
Is it not like the king?
As thou art to thyself, such as was the very armor he had on. 'Tis strange.
Thus twice before, and jump at this dead hour. With martial stock he hath come, gone by our watch.
In what particular thought to work I know not, but by the gross and scope of my opinion, it bodes some strange eruption of our state.
Come now, sit down, and tell me, he that knows the strict and the same observant watch, so nightly toils, the subject of the land, who is it that tells me?
That can I. At least, the whisper goes so. Our last king, whose image even but now appeared to us, was, as you know, by Fortinbras of Norway, thereto pricked on by a most emulate pride, dared to the combat. Our valiant Hamlet did slay this Fortinbras, who by sealed compact, well ratified by law and heraldry, did forfeit all those his lands he stood seized of to the conqueror. And this, I take it, is the main motive of our preparations, the chief head of this post-haste and roamage in these lands.
This was and is, it seems to be the cause of these wars.
A mote it is to trouble the mind's eye. In the high and palmy state of Rome, a little ere the mightiest Julius fell, the graves stood tenantless. The sheeted dead did squeak and gibber in the Roman streets. Have heaven and earth together demonstrated unto our climatures and countrymen? But soft, lo, word comes again! I'll strike it though it blast me. Stay, illusion! If thou hast any use of sound or voice, speak to me. If there be some good deed to be done to put thee at ease and do grace to me, speak to me. Stop it, Marcellus!
Shall I strike it with my partisan?
Do if it will not stand!
'Tis there!
'Tis there!
'Tis there!
'Tis here!
Tis gone! We do it wrong. Being so majestical, to offer it such show of violence.
The cock that is the trumpet of the morn doth with its lofty and shrill-sounding throat awake the god of day. The extravagant and erring spirit hies to his confines, and thus the truth within this present object made probation.
It faded when the cock crew. The bird of the morning singeth all night long. So hallowed and so gracious.
But look, the morn in russet mantle clad doth walk over the dew of yon east highward hill. Break we our watch up, and by my advice we shall acquaint young Hamlet with this.
Let's do it, I pray, and I this morning know where we shall find him most conveniently.
Was the hope drunk, wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I count thy love. Art thou afeared to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteemest the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the adage? What beast was then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, you were a man, and to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked the bosom from its boneless gums and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
How happy some more other son can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know when all but he do know, as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I admiring of his qualities, things base and vile hold in no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he's so oft beguiled, as waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere.
Yet here's a spot.
he? Fie, my lord, fie! A soldier and a feared. What need we fear who knows it when none can call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him? The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What? Will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with this starting. Yet here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh, no, oh! Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out on's grave. To bed. To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come. 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 Come! Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. Oh, to bed, to bed, to bed.
I've almost forgot the taste of fears. The time has been my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek. My fell of hair at a dismal treatise roused and stirs life were in it. I have supped full with horrors. Direness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot once start me. Wherefore was that cry?
Queen, my lord is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been time for such a word. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day, until the last recorded syllable of time, and all our yesterdays light fools their way to that dusty death. Out! Out, brief candle! Life's a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour on the stage and is seen no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
to our first event ever. Kieran and I are the co-presidents of the Shakespeare Guild, and this is our first event, and we wanted to thank you all for coming out.
We were forgetting a very major thing. This event was free admission. However, if you do want to be generous, we have a Venmo QR code on that wall over there, on the table out there, and if you have physical cash, we have a donation bucket. I would also like to thank you all for coming out. Everyone in this room worked really hard on this event, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. So thank you all for being present. Thank you.
Jesus Christ, I look awful. I look crazy.